Another taxing story tonight. It's called the Events Venue Tax. And unless you stay in a hotel or motel in Taylor County, you don't have to worry about paying it. But the Events Venue Tax helps keep tourists coming here.
So Abilene's Events Venue Board is putting the fate of that tax now on the November ballot. And it's set to expire under state law. But KTAB's Noah McKinney spoke with the beneficiaries of that tax to see how that money would be utilized if the renewal is approved in November.
When Taylor County residents go to the ballot boxes on November 7th, one item they'll be faced with is the renewal of the Events Venue Tax. The city's board voting Monday afternoon to add it to the ballot, as the original tax implemented in 2004 will sunset in June of 2024.
Many people have contacted us and would like for us to create another hotel occupancy district and get that 2% and keep the district going for another 20 years.
Board President and Taylor County Commissioner Chuck Statler says while some may sigh at the thought of continuing a tax, there's one thing that sets this one apart from the others.
What I like about it is other people's money.
As in tourists, that is. A 2% tax on hotel and lodging stays in the county. Those funds used to bolster local tourism. In the case of this tax, the beneficiaries are the Taylor County Expo Center and Frontier, Texas.
Tourism is one of those things where when you invest in it, the locals benefit from having more things funded by people that don't live here and work here.
Frontier, Texas Executive Director Jeff Salmon has seen firsthand the impact that 2% can have, as the venue tax makes up 65% of their budget, and without it, they would have to find other means of covering that gap.
Either generate more revenue on site by having very high ticket prices or trying to have a much larger store.
And while the venue tax makes up only about 10% of the Expo Center budget, Executive Director Rochelle Johnson says it's a much preferable revenue source than the alternative.
So it's not necessarily a tax on us citizens that live here in Abilene. It is on visitors because we generate so much out-of-town business. This is a good way for us to get some money back.
An initial $2 million will be put towards the planned expansions at Frontier, Texas, with the rest of the funds split evenly between Frontier and the Expo Center. Those venues taking those tourism dollars and reinvesting them in hopes of bringing more visitors and their wallets to the county.
It's a real big circle, and it's sometimes hard for people to see that. But the main thing is that we're not digging into our local citizens' pocket.
For BigCountryHomepage.com, I'm Noah McKinney.
Thank you, Noah. One question raised at today's meeting was why this money is not being put toward public works like street maintenance. And the reason for that is that the state law by which this tax is even made possible, it stipulates that it must be used for the improvement and operation of tourism-specific venues that have to be approved well in advance of the funding. And right now, that is Frontier, Texas and the Expo Center, and that will be on the ballot on the November 7th election.